Hi guys, so this video is for my friend Sarena, who is always pestering me about how I do my liquid winged liner. And there's lots of different ways to do it, but this is just the way that I do it. Now, there's lots of different products that you can use to do your wing liner. And my favourite is to use eyeliner pens like these. This is the Barry M On Point liner, the Topshop Magic liner, and the Essence Super Thin liner. Now these all have felt tip type brush tips, which means that they're really lovely and fine, and yeah, they're just really bold, really black, decent pens. The only thing that I will say that is a downside to these is that they run out quite quickly, and also the nibs are a little bit fragile, and you'll find that sometimes you won't be able to get as much product out of the nib as you will the rest of the body of the pen. That's just because, you know, there's not as much surface area, like not as much product can get to that far into the nib. But apart from that, I found that they really work for me. The other products that you can get, like the Kat Von D tattoo liner, the Soap and Glory, I think it's called Cat Flick liner or something, they're all pens like this, and they're very easy to use. Another option that you have is, that I quite like, this is one that I stolen off Michelle's fan actually, is to use a kohl pencil like this, and then go in with a detail brush, or where's my angle brush? Or an angle brush like this to draw in the wing. I quite like this because it gives a really nice smudgy, like bleeding effect, if that's what you want in your liner. If you don't, I'd set it with an eyeshadow, like a black eyeshadow, just so it doesn't start slipping around, because like kohl pencils like this, they tend to be quite smudgy, which can be good or can be bad, depending on the effect that you want. Another option that I don't like as much is to use either an eyeliner pot with an angled brush, or an eyeliner pen like this, where it's a pot and it's got a little pen in it, and it's all very flexible. Now, if you're like gym leader level with your makeup, then you're probably able to do this, but I'm still a bit touch and go with it. Just because the pen goes everywhere, it just doesn't know where it wants to be. It's just like blub, 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 blub. You think you're doing well, and then it just goes, oh wait, no you're not. Here's a load of product in one place that you didn't want. But yeah, some people use those, and I tip my hat to them, because you're clearly a lot better at this than I am. The one thing that I will say along with doing eyeliner is that it takes practice. I've practiced for like a good solid year on my eyeliner, and I still have days where, well, go back into focus please, I'm talking. I still have days where I'm waiting. You're gonna stay focused. I still have days where my eyeliner just doesn't want to go right at all. And that's life. That's just how it is. So yeah, Sarena, if you're watching, this is how I do my liner. First things first, I like to draw in the bit on my lash line first, but because that's the easy bit. And I always start with this eye, and I don't know why, but I think it's because I'm right-handed and this is my right eye and it's the easiest one to do. And I'm just drawing along my lash line, nice straight, crisp line. This is what makes these really good, is because you can use it straight, and you can use like the straight angle of the pen to create a nice crisp line. I don't always go right into my inner corner, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I like to just start like 2/3 of the way through my eye and go into the flick there. I think that looks a bit more natural. Okay, so once I've reached this point where I've got to the outer corner of my eye, that's when I want to lay down my flick, which is where it gets difficult. Because if you look at my eyes, they're really not symmetrical. This one's a lot rounder, this one's a lot longer. And to make the wings look symmetrical, you have to do a different angle on each eye for them to look symmetrical. And it's just quite difficult. I don't know why I don't start with this eye, because this is definitely the more difficult eye. And then if I moved on to this one, I could just copy what I did there. But I always start with this one and then really struggle to do this eye. Just don't learn, do I? Just don't learn. So yeah, the first thing I do is I extend it from my, if I want quite a cat flick that's going to be pointing about this angle, I extend it from my lower lash line. And then I go in and connect it from the upper lash line. I like to swap them around because sometimes if you've used a little bit, it gets a bit dry. I always find the hardest bit is to colour in this bit that's just underneath your lashes. Now, if you can see, I've extended it down a little bit too far. So I'm going to take a cotton bud and a little bit of makeup remover. And I'm just going to clean that bit. I always find it's quite easy. It's easier if you have your arm resting on, your elbow resting on something. So your hand's nice and steady. Okie dokie, so we've got one there. And now to start on the other one. Okay, so that's psyched up. Psyched up for the liner. You have a bad habit like me of just crossing your legs whenever you're sat down. I find that you can get a much more even, like, words. I find that you can get a much more symmetrical pair of wings if you uncross your legs and sit firmly on your bum. Then you don't have your head tilted one way or the other way. If you've got a little mirror here that you're looking into, I also have a bigger mirror here, so I can be trying to do my line, trying to do alignment, and then every now and again look in the big mirror and see how it looks straightforward. I can have a look at both of them and see how symmetrical they are. This is going much better than I anticipated, because I thought, oh, I'll do it on camera and then it'll all go wrong. There we go. It's pretty symmetrical. It's about as symmetrical as it's going to get. I also find that it's helpful if it makes it look a little less top heavy if you either put a little bit of liner down here, like a kohl liner, or line your lower lash line with a bit of eyeshadow. I think it makes it look a little bit less top heavy and scary. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. Top tips from Ellie. I hope you enjoyed the video and I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, bye.